Yo, what up?
You want to talk some NBA?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
friends?
Let's talk some NBA because last night, y'all, was crazy.
Oh man, here we go.
Embiid did what?
On the anniversary, yes, Ken, on the anniversary of Kobe Bryant's 81-point game, there were two fellas that had some sparks in their shorts and went out there and balled out. Number one being Joel Embiid, who went for 70 points. That's right, a big old 70 burger. While, by the way, having 18 rebounds and 5 assists. The only player ever with 70 and 15 and adding 5 assists, because the only other two players to do that were Elgin Baylor and Wilt Chamberlain, and they did not have 5 assists. And they won, which is the more important part of the game. The other guy, Karl Anthony Towns, dropped 62 to set the Minnesota Timberwolves team record. But in a contradictory fashion, it happened in a loss, and in a very bad loss, because they were up 18 going into the fourth quarter. Now, I watched both of these games, and the dichotomy between the two were crazy. With Embiid, you could see he was getting his points in the flow of the game, and he was balling out. With Karl Anthony Towns, he was trying a little harder than maybe he should have. Now, I want to preface this first by saying, yes, Kat, you had a 62-point game. Yes, Kat, you were the first player in NBA history to make 10 two-pointers, 10 three-pointers, and 10 free throws. But you know what the bad part about it is, Kat? I'm going to have to disagree with Jake. I have League Pass. I watched both of these games. I watched Embiid finish off that 70 when I saw he had 50 at the half. I then flipped over to see Kat when he had 58 in the third, or 50 in the third, and they got down, they were up 18 with 1 minute left in the third quarter. Kat was sitting at 60. For the next 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, Kat took 10 shots and missed all of them. Oh, no, he made the one. He made the one to get to tie the record, and then the one to break the record. So he made 2 out of 10 shots, or 2 out of 10. He was forcing the ball. And during this time, the Charlotte Hornets, one of the worst teams in the league, were able to come back from 18 points down. That is horrible. And why? Because they kept feeding him the ball to try to get him the record. They said so after the game. The players admitted that at halftime they wanted to try to get him to 80 or 100 points. That is ridiculous. Win the game. Chris Finch, the coach, should have been pissed off. I'm pissed off at their effort. Anthony Edwards, who is the alpha of that team, and by the way, let me address that. Y'all need to give it up to Anthony Edwards and let him be the alpha. Everyone else revolve around him. He shouldn't be getting to the fourth quarter not having a free throw shot. Okay? He didn't take a field goal till the third quarter. Why? Because Kat want to ball out and have the ball in his hand? No. You're a good player, Kat. You are. But you're not supposed to be the alpha of that team. And even when you were, you couldn't put them over the top. And that's why they had to draft Anthony Edwards and trade for Gobert.
Gobert, yeah.
I'm off my high horse. Clubber D, what do you think about those performances last night? I'm a little pissed off right now.
I hear it. Sorry, I'm just messing with my audio stuff right here. So, Embiid, you said he took 10 shots, right? And he had, 62?
Karl Anthony Towns, when he was trying to get to 62. Yeah, he just kept jacking up shot after shot after shot.
That's where it's like kind of weird when they do that stuff, because on Friday, you just had Booker put up 52, and he stopped playing in the third quarter. So
Embiid only played 37 minutes last night and got to 70.
Exactly. So it's like trying to force a triple double. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get that last fake rebound. So it's kind of, I don't know. I put more on Embiid.
Your dad made a good point, man. Your dad, Mr. Rubenmaker, everybody's about individual accomplishment. Everybody trying to set themselves apart, man, in the game. Like I said, man, Embiid did his thing, and then the guy from Minnesota. Everybody's about themselves in basketball, man.
And we'll go to our guest, Clubber D, Allen, and then we'll go to Jake. So what do we think about this Adrian Griffin firing? And
they're idiots, man. They're idiots. I think they're complete idiots, bro. Complete idiots. I mean, you got a phenomenal basketball team. They're number 2 in the Eastern Conference. You got Giannis. You got all the right role players. You brought in this kid from Portland. I don't know his name off the top of my head because I'm
Damian Lillard.
I mean, what are you doing?
Man.
You bring in Lillard. Why would you fire a head coach mid-season? And I think that's a huge mistake that they make. Why?
I agree.
I mean, first-year coach, 30 and 13.
Why the hell? I mean,
Live in Oklahoma City.
All right, Clever D, go ahead.
This is the problem. First of all, Giannis, you're a great player. Don't get me wrong. But you're not LeBron. You're not Jordan. You're not any who's the coach, who's not the coach. Second, you guys are winning. Why are you going to mess with Nucleus? I hope they don't bring in Doc Rivers. That's the most overrated coach of all. I'm sorry.
I agree. I've agreed with that for years.
Oh my God, he's so overrated. But
biggest overrated of all time.
Those defense to help with them winning that championship. But first of all, Giannis, your brother is. Why is he on a team? Okay, the fact that you dictate that your brother be on a team with you is a problem. That's a spot that somebody should have.
Hilarious, right? That's the way he is trash. He is horrible.
Like, yeah, it's like playing. It's like playing with a bum team on NBA Live '98. He's so garbage. Like, how's he?
He's
filling
so
up a
bad,
spot,
dude.
taking money. So you're gonna let this man say, "Oh yeah, I want him. He has to be on the team." Oh, let's get rid of this coach. Okay, even though he wants a championship a year ago. Okay, let me get this coach. Why don't you lay down a championship so my sons can win if you're gonna be a prima donna like that? Sick of you. Get a hairline. Sorry.
I agree. His brother. If you see the highlights that they have out there, it's just hilarious. Just the best. So last night he's drawing up a play on the bench to his brother, and it's making the coach look really bad. Anyways, Jake, what do you think? Actually, before we get to you, Jake, GB says I see the Bucks taking it seriously and getting Doc Rivers. Yeah, that's the rumor. Yeah. So that's what Clubber D was just talking about. Doc Rivers is in late
most
talks to become
head
the
coach
Bucks
of all time, man.
coach.
100%.
Yeah. So
I've
go
never
ahead.
Seen a coach
Jake.
live off of 07 championship in my life longer than that guy.
Wow. Don't talk about my Doc like that. Don't talk about my Doc like that.
Speaking facts. Here's my point, and here's it all. The Bucks should not be taken seriously this year, guys. And this is the main reason. You guys have a team that y'all have to establish yourselves. Hey, the Heat didn't look so good. How bad would it have looked if Eric Spoelstra was fired within that season? How bad would it have looked if Ty Lue was fired the season he won with the Cavs? This is embarrassing. Hey, I'm sorry to say this, but Giannis, sit your ass down and do your job, man. I'm tired of it. This is ridiculous. You need to step. First off, you're not. I don't know if you're the best player on your team anymore. I saw you have the ball in the playoffs, and as you were gonna grab it, you knew free throws had to be made, and you put your hands up faster than anybody could say freeze.
There you go.
Get out of here, man. This is embarrassing. I am so embarrassed by this that I used to look at this guy and say, man, this guy's pretty good, man. And now to what he's turned into, how he is scared and all this, and now you're trying to dictate this stuff, man. It's ridiculous. Step up, Giannis. You need to step up and show out. I swear if Doc is hired, you might as well call this team a choke artist, because that's exactly what they're going to do. Choke when it matters most. Doc, that's all Doc is ever known for. Having a good team. The Blake Griffin Clippers with Chris Paul and DeAndre Jordan never amounted to crap. The Kawhi Leonard, Paul George Clippers never amounted to anything. The 76ers, they didn't amount to anything. Nothing's ever accomplished with this guy, man. Stop it. It's ridiculous.
I will not. I will not.
Man,
I will not let.
I also like to blame Doc. I also like to blame Doc Rivers for what I have now dubbed the super team syndrome, for everything that happened with Boston, bringing all four of those guys together too. So
y'all are just some haters.
Which that's the only reason they won a championship, because they had those four guys. Because and then I was gonna say, didn't they lose to Kobe single-handedly?
No, actually, Kendrick Perkins got hurt, and we should have won that series. I don't want to talk. I
could have told you that.
I don't want to talk about that at all.
I could have told you that was going to happen.
Doc Rivers can win with this team. I'm sorry, especially at 30 and 13. He has enough time to get acclimated before the playoffs and figure out a rotation with this team to be able to get them to win. He's a veteran coach. He can do that.
What's the point of getting acclimated? You're just doing Giannis's plays. It's like you're going in a situation where you're not in charge. Giannis is going to do what he wants to do.
That's true, but I think somebody would like Doc Rivers, who has more cachet as a long-time experienced coach, maybe we'll be able, you know what I'm saying, to get to have Giannis
I hear what you're
respect
saying,
a little
but the
more.
ownership probably don't got his back. You know what I mean? The second Giannis say something about
No, that's probably definitely true.
Probably going to be, oh, well, Doc, we get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
What do you want to get in that situation?
Right.
You know.
Right. Yeah. Well, we'll see on that. And GB makes watch the space. Austin Rivers on a two-way. Yeah. Doc Rivers has been known to deal in the realm of, what is that called? What's the word I'm looking for,
Nepotism.
Alan? Nepotism. Thank you, Clever D. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Nepotism. Hey, go ahead, Jake. What's up?
Oh no! Look! This is cool. Huh?
What is that? What? How did you do that? Wait, can I do it? Wait, did you?
Yeah.
How'd you do that? I don't know how you did that. Interesting. Is there anything else you can do? All right. Anyways, we look like bums. All right. Anyways, what are we doing?
Like, what the hell is going on?
Right in the middle of a show, we're like, he's got his like kids computer on in the back.